Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans, guys. How are you doing?
Hoi,
Oi.
Nope. Yeah,
hoi.
doing well, doing well.
We gotta remove cameras around now. Hold on, guys.
But
So it's been a while since we've seen you. It's been about 2 weeks since our last Shenanigans game.
yeah.
I
Well, I was
am.
here like the night before last,
Yes, you were.
dicing with death, but haven't played
Which,
Shenanigans in a long time.
which, for those of you who follow Dicing with Death, that was a pretty interesting episode. I recommend it. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's been a while
climactic,
since we've
if
had
you
Ryan
will.
here. Oh, what?
Climactic, if you will. Well, I was on the last episode of Shenanigans. We just haven't played in a while.
Oh,
Sorry if
kinda.
I'm getting some cam lag. Twitch is playing ads at me, and it's sucking up all my bandwidth.
Oh,
So
no.
why doesn't someone else
Yeah, Chloe,
do
you
a
were next in
hello
line.
and maybe introduce a character?
Yes.
Why don't we just
You're the DM.
bundle
I'm
on
going to
in?
shut up and let Ryan do everything.
I
Ryan, it's your show.
Tell me what to do.
I'm
I
the
think
boss
he's
today.
just saying that he
Pressure.
wanted you to
Oh, God.
not shut up, but he wanted you to do everything.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this level of pressure. Okay. Yeah. I'm Chloe, aka Fuzzy, and I'm playing Delanora. Who's fighter. She's good, but she's weird, and she's got a stone hand. And I'm terrible at doing character introductions.
No, that was perfect. That was so simple, and everyone just got a clear picture of what's going on. I didn't make Neil go first for a reason, because as soon as he shows up, it's about to get really confusing. Thank you. So, Rob, who are you playing today, and who
well,
are you on the internet / I don't know.
This is me. This is my internet presence.
You're what? Yeah, you're looking at.
This is the exclusive contracted place to see me.
Yes.
And I play a quiet, unassuming person named Kuri who likes to build ships and bottles. And that's about all there is to him, really.
Quiet and unassuming.
Mhm.
All right, that remains to be seen. And I guess we'll start our campaign in a crowded night.
Wait, I don't get to
Shenanigans.
introduce myself?
Wait, I'm waiting.
Well, let's set the scene, and then I need to figure out how we fit Neil into the scene. So it's
Literally. How do we fit him in? Literally, right?
All right.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
Rob and Ryan, hop in
early
roll
afternoon,
20.
but it's surprisingly packed. And sorry, what's that?
Hop in roll 20.
By the way, oh,
I thought I
do
wasn't
need to
there.
see?
Weren't I?
Oh, Rob.
Oh, no, I haven't actually hit join
I
game.
was like, yeah.
Okay, sorry, Ryan, continue.
Oh, I haven't either.
Yeah.
So we're in Shenanigans. It's a packed house, even though it's early in the day. Desmond is out of town, so we've got our old friend Hank, the bartender, slinging beers, and you're almost a little. He's doing pretty well for himself. Plus, what your character looks like and how you fit in Shenanigans.
I'm sorry, you cut out really bad.
Or
for a
are
few
you there?
moments.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah. Can we try that again? Oh, we heard Hank the bartender, and then.
Do we need a recap, or do you just want to go? I was asking.
Wow. Okay. Your internet is chugging really hard. I
Oh
think.
no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still here. I think I was doing something in roll 20, and
Okay.
I think we're good. I think
All
we're
right,
good. I didn't say anything.
I think your packets are being snail mailed or something here.
Yeah, I was trying to turn over to Neil.
Do you want me to describe
We're
my
in
character?
Shenanigans.
All right.
Introduce your character and explain to me how. If are we in Shenanigans? Are we in the barn of Shenanigans? Is that where we have to start the scene?
At the front door. At the front door. So, standing at the front door to Shenanigans, how tall am I? I think 5 feet tall at the shoulder, which is really more of the hip, I guess, for me, stands a charger, a centaur.
And he sounds like this. So, I'm just standing at the front door to Shenanigans, looking in and trying to see who's about.
How tall are you from hoof to head?
From hoof to where the human starts is about 5 feet. So I'd say the rest of that is like another 2.5 feet. No, probably closer to 3 feet. So I'm
Yeah.
like 8 feet from hoof to head.
All right, and what is that measured in hands? That's how you measure horses, right?
Times 3. So, 24 hands.
Yeah, so you make a huge scene coming into the bar, I think, and it's pretty crowded, like I said, or maybe that had cut out. So everyone sort of stops and
Del probably drops her knitting.
Oh, hello there.
all right, and you duck down through the door.
Hello, my good sir.
Yeah,
Do we just happen to conveniently stumble across these two in the crowded, packed bar?
yeah. So
It's a pretty wild
Charger-
afternoon. There's even a wizard over in the corner casting spells in the midst of a large crowd.
Okay, Charger.
Whoa, there's a wizard in here casting spells.
Somehow in all this chaos, the three of you bump into each other.
There's a wizard in here casting spells. This seems like a detail that maybe we need more about.
Well, I laid it out there before you. There's a centaur. There's wizard casting spells. It's packed wall to wall.
What kind of spells is the wizard
Clanging
casting?
beers in the corner. You can't really see. There's a bunch of flashing lights. You can't really see over the heads of the crowd between you and him on the other side of the room. I mean, right now there's a centaur like making a scene to your like you probably not. What's your dexterity, Neil?
8.
8.
And I don't walk in the door by ducking down. I limbo into the room.
No, you don't. No, okay. Yeah,
That's how Charger gets in. He
so it
leans
actually-
back.
Yeah, there's probably cheering at the crowd parts, and they. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Limboing centaur.
I guess on his back, well, you'd see that he's completely shirtless and quite physically fit. He's got 17 strength and 16 con, so
See, I told you, Neil's abs.
Rippling muscles.
Neil's abs are more impressive than those petty cantrips in the corner.
way more impressive. And I have
This is the.
That's probably why
Well, if
Delanora
it's
drops her
petty
knitting.
cantrips, that's fine. If it's meteor swarm, I want to know a little more about this.
I'll let you know if he starts to cast another spell. How about that?
he's got a backpack on his back, no saddlebags on him, but on his human back there's a backpack. He's got a loose belt going around the waist, and just a belt, off of which hang a few bags. And strapped to his actual horseback are 2 heavy lances, and a longbow and a quiver of arrows.
So those are probably taller than your head if they're strapped, unless they're like mounted along the side like a utility truck, and you'd have to like.
The lance is 10 feet
from
long,
your
so
saddlebags. Do you have saddlebags?
no. The lances are going forward and backwards. They're going the length of my body, not the
Well,
vertical.
more the length of your body,
Yeah.
right? Because, So
Yeah.
basically, you've got big pointy things and you're trying to
Those
navigate
things
your way
have
through
those
the
things
crowd.
have reach. So they're at least like they're 10
They're 10
plus
feet long.
10 feet, but from the front of you.
Oh,
And
you're right,
There's a few
they're-
feet behind to ballast. So these are
Yeah.
like 13 to 15, maybe even 18 feet long. 18 is more like a pike, but like
Yeah, like 13
12
or
to
14
15.
feet.
That's like
No,
3 or 4
they're about
meters.
10 feet long because you don't need that big of a space
Yeah.
behind you. So they're 10 or 11 feet.
No, that's dangerous. Like, good thing you're a trained warrior. If a regular centaur were to walk in here with a couple of lances, he might accidentally put an eye out.
Oh.
But you're a PC, so
Well,
somehow
not
that's not an issue.
Charger. Charger's gonna be
Or this is
fine.
shenanigans, so somehow that's not an issue.
Yeah.
What's
All right. So I look very excited. I wave you over. Come over, my good man. Come over.
I trot
Or
over.
half man.
Oh,
whatever.
hello there. My name's
This-
Charger. What's yours?
yeah? You clear a crowd. There
I
are
am
spilled
Corey.
drinks and grumbles.
This is our good Delanora, and it is absolutely fortuitous that you arrived here. We were just having a discussion as to whether, if a centaur were to wear pants, it would be like just around the waist of the horse part, or if it would go up covering all 4 legs.
No, we weren't. I don't
Or would it go all the way up covering the entire horse body up to the human's waist?
What?
That's a very good question. You know, centaurs don't wear pants. So I guess
But
we'll...
if they were to,
Well, if a human were to have 4 feet, would the other 2 come out of your butts? Or would they come out of your flexors?
A philosopher, I see. Interesting.
I
We'll
don't
have
know
to
all
answer
about
both these
that.
questions before the next 4 hours are over.
I look around. What's going on in Shenanigans?
You got a pretty good vantage point. How high are the ceilings in Shenanigans? Or do I get to make that up and make it canon? Can I make these like 8-foot ceilings and you're just like folded over in a crumpled, sad mess?
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
pretty
sense.
sure Shenanigans has high ceilings.
Yeah.
It's a spacious establishment.
It's meant for many sub-races and demi-humans.
Yeah,
to
so
live
you
in.
have a view over the crowd of actually many sub-races and demi-humans, but most of them about humanoid size. You're one of the, maybe there's like a half ogre somewhere in the place, but you're certainly the tallest guy here. So you can look over and see pretty much anything you'd want. There's a couple of dozen people, so let me know if you have specifics. Like I said, one big scene that's sticking out is a wizard with, he's got like a little like 5-foot thing cleared, and he's conjured up some magical disc of light that you can see them. There's a bunch of people gathered around.
I bow to the players to get my head closer to their level, and I say,
What's with the wizard in the corner?
So you can lean in and get a better view. You can see that actually in this disc there is a scene, like it's like a picture maybe. You can see some grass. It looks like a grassy field somewhere. It looks pretty. It just looks like a tranquil field. Maybe that's actually a pretty majestic view for a centaur like yourself. But it looks like a pretty boring. It looks like maybe a still image or.
That reminds me of
What's your charisma? Like, you're trying to ask people around you?
no, I was just asking the party.
Rumors. Oh, okay. Party, you may feel free to answer. You can't really see what's going on though. You're at eye level in a crowded bar.
Yeah,
You
Delano is just
can't
going
really
to
see past the centaur. Actually,
Yes, I think you would have a better view of what's going on over there than I would. And honestly, I would be very curious as to what's going on there. That makes me a little nervous.
I think it's a wizard. He's looking
Del's
at
just
my
going to pick up her
home.
knitting and just be like,
I didn't get your names though. My name's Charger.
Charger. Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Delanora. Nice to meet you. Nice. Hello.
And
Nice.
Curry Silvertongue, live the fantasy. Yes, that Curry.
It's nice to meet you guys. Is this here the place where we can find mercenary type jobs?
Yes, it is actually. Yes. We've done some. Yes, we do jobs on occasion. Yes.
Well, my village is awfully poor, and so I've come here to make some money to send back home.
Oh, that's nice of you. Oh, aren't you a nice young man?
I
Course.
guess.
Man. Yes. That's lovely. That's lovely. It's lovely.
I'm good. You guys can keep chatting. I'm gonna try going wired. I'm still getting like weird lag issues, but you can keep chatting amongst yourselves.
So it sounds like you're trying to make some money here. There may be an opportunity. It depends on how open-minded you are and how much truth there is to that old saying, hung like a horse.
Well,
Okay.
I
I feel like okay.
I don't really know that saying, but I think
Are you
the
wearing
death penalty
pants,
is-
Neil? Are you wearing pants?
I am not.
But I
Okay.
think the death penalty is a terrible thing.
Yes, death is
I-
terrible. Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
know you people hung horses.
Yes. Can you dance at all? Are you familiar with the song Big Spender?
No, and I am a very good dancer, but I've got
Perfect.
these
If you're looking to make
lances.
some money,
What does dancing have to do with money?
well, it kind of comes back to that whole, if you wore pants, how would you wear them sort of thing.
Well, I don't wear pants.
That's true. I suppose that does take some of the suspense out of it.
Everyone can see that Neil's not wearing pants, and it looks like a horse, right? I mean,
It looks like a horse.
It's not brazenly offensive. I mean, there's not yeah.
He's definitely not a gelding, though.
Yeah. I mean, you've looked at naked horses before, and
Really, just
I don't know.
can't we just leave the fact that I'm a centaur? Like, you got to start looking at my.
Chad
junk,
asked an
guys?
important question. Are you housebroken? Are you pooping a trail in Shenanigans behind you?
I'm not pooping in Shenanigans, guys.
Good, because I think one of the stipulations of the show is that no harm can come to Shenanigans or its inhabitants, and I think that would give me license to make you do single combat with Desmond.
Oh God.
Did you just shit on my floor? Get out!
Wow. So what I'm thinking is, I happen to own a very exclusive club that involves some dancing performers.
Well, I
Oh
don't
yes, there's
think...
wrestling too. It's marvelous fun.
Yes.
Neil, this character isn't claustrophobic like the last one, is it?
No.
Okay.
I didn't do anything. The only thing I took from a non-player's handbook thing was net and ambidextrous.
Claustrophobic. Can he even fit in your club, Rob? You realize after you deliver this invitation.
Well, I mean, an 8-foot ceiling is not too bad.
But this was the
I mean,
underground.
it just has to be 8 feet. It's probably got to be at least 8 feet.
Well, no, because this was originally the underground club.
Shenanigans is probably. I'm guessing Shenanigans is like 12 feet overhead. I'm thinking like high
Shenanigans
wooden
probably
beam.
like 10, maybe
Do you have
12.
a description anywhere or?
No, but I would say it's no more than 12, but probably closer to 10.
Okay. Yeah. So you're fine here, but if you can't, you're not good. Just
Because there's a stage in Rob's place too, so that would be 8 feet plus what, a 2-foot stage, 2.5-foot stage. I don't know if I.
Yeah, because it would. I mean, just the stage itself would.
Yep.
It would be tall.
You guys can go check
which
on
would raise the
casino.
roof, quote unquote.
Yeah, you can check on the casino.
I'm not really looking to dance for money. It doesn't make money fast enough.
That's what I mean, you're claustrophobic here in Shenanigans. I can't imagine. I was trying to imagine a centaur in an underground club scene. It was too much. I couldn't suspend my disbelief.
We could always have him dance outside, you know.
Yes, because I'm thinking you would be a hit.
I mean, I can't really put these lances to use then.
Oh, you use lances?
Well, I suppose you would just be putting one lance to use, possibly, depending how the show goes.
This is a dancing show that involves stabbing people?
That does sound a little bit odd, to be honest with you.
I don't quite understand.
Well, let's just see how you dance.
So
I don't really want to dance for you, sir.
Are you sure? Much fewer stabbings and a lot less blood raising money this way. And the tips are fantastic.
I don't really... My name is Charger, not Dancer.
Charger's a good stage name.
What's a stage name?
Well, it's a name you have up on the stage. Let's see, how does this work for dancers? What street were you raised on?
We don't have streets. I was raised in Daisy Glade.
Charger Glade.
Sounds like something that would maybe make your house smell nice. I don't quite.
yeah, speaking of nice smells, the aroma of a freshly baked pie.
Ooh, is it lunchtime?
Yeah, Neil, you can see over the crowd like several large fruit pies. Looks like some kind of berry pies are being like placed on the bar.
I take one of my
pieces are being,
lances.
tossed around for.
I take one of my heavy lances, but I'm a horse, so I'm size large, so I can wield in one hand. I pick it up, I reach over everybody and try and stab a piece of pie and bring it back to me.
Yeah, you grab a piece of pie. You see everyone who's at the bar pretty much doing the same.
Okay.
With lances! Yeah!
Do you eat it immediately?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You feel full, like unusually full. You probably take a couple of bites, and you're like, "Holy crap! This is some dense pie."
Yeah, Dell's gonna get up and like work her way to the bar and be like, "Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'd love a piece of pie. Oh, that'd be good." that would be lovely. Thank you. Pie, yes.
Oh, there's pie. I'll squeeze my way up to the
Well, no, I'll grab
martini,
it.
please.
Yeah, I'll bring. No, well, no, I'll bring one over for Curry as well. Just be like, there you go, dear.
Oh, I was just getting another martini.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'll have extra.
So, do you guys want to team up and make some money? But not dancing.
I was never a very good dancer either. Yes, no.
Oh, all right. I just think you'd make a lot of money dancing.
Well, how much?
That depends on the goods, which you seem to have in spades there. So
I need to make
we could go
100
try it out.
gold.
How much do you need to make?
I need to make 100 gold before the end of the month, or else my family's orphanage is gonna be kicked out into the cold.
Your family runs an orphanage.
My family is orphans.
Oh, I'm terribly so. Oh, that's terrible. Oh dear. That's. We have Curry. We have to help him. We have to.
Oh, come on. You're adventurers. Everyone's everyone's an orphan. Where are your parents, Curry?
My parents, they're back in the family estate. Drinking martinis, probably.
My parents are dead.
It's a classic adventuring tale. At this point, so it's been several minutes. Have you guys eaten all of said piece of pie?
I have I have multiple stomachs and multiple.
Yeah. Okay, even
Oh God! Please don't chew the cud. Oh.
Yeah, you feel supernaturally full. I would say, like you feel.
Oh, I haven't actually.
You feel like you just ate it. You haven't gotten a pie.
No.
Okay.
That pie looks so
you just
good.
notice the effect that it's having on other people. Like they look. Everyone at the bar looks like they just ate Thanksgiving dinner, but they've had like a couple of bites of pie. If any of you were wounded, you would have gained 1 HP. But I think you're all at full life, correct?
We always start Shenanigans at full life.
Do we?
Yup.
Yeah, Delanora's like put one of the pieces of pie because she brought another piece over. She's put that piece of pie aside and she's just like.
Yeah. How many pieces of pie would you like to stick in your pockets?
Oh, just the one. Just the one.
Okay, just one. Okay, you can mark that on your character sheet. Good berry pie.
It lets me know it's it's good.
Yeah.
Berry pie.
Actually, I should probably figure out if it tastes good. It certainly has magical effects. Does anyone is Alejandro in this town anymore? Could he have made the pie? Or are we rolling a? Because Borscht is absent this fine day. I think a non-proficient cook made this pie. So I'm going to be rolling at -5.
Oh, God.
It was actually still not bad. It was a passable pie and magically enchanted. It was a good berry pie.
Got it.
So.
Charger looks about looking for someone who needs something charged.
You couldn't charge if you wanted to. You are like, I guess not shoulder to you're like hip to shoulder with people. Hip to shoulder all the way to the walls of Shenanigans. It's a raucous and increasingly drunken crowd. Without Desmond's presence to sort of keep things calm, it just sort of gets out of control. It's not here.
We saw what happened last time Desmond left.
His cousin Hank is tending bar.
It was fine.
Usually a drab, dour, forgettable man. He seems to be the life of the party in this crowd.
Where does Hank come from?
Just
That name sounds so familiar.
Hank.
It's a nickname for Harry.
It's a pretty common name.
No, but is this a character that has been introduced before, or are you making it up right now?
Well, has Charger ever been inside Shenanigans before? Is he familiar with?
No, he doesn't know anything about that.
All right, there is a unassuming bartender, probably in like a whatever is the equivalent of like a tuxedo type suit.
Okay.
Like a service type kind of suit though, like a butler's. I don't know, like a bartender's attire.
Okay, he's
And
got like the bow tie.
He's clearly a proficient bartender. He is passing around beers at an alarming rate and exchanging it for cash and seeming to be doing math and keeping track of the register and
You little people are always so fast. Look at how quickly he is distributing.
So I think the bar in Shenanigans is right by the door. You're probably maybe like one row of people away from the bar. So you lean over and you catch his attention. Are you ordering something, or are you just?
No, I'm just looking around, kind of waiting for adventure to strike.
Well, you know there, Charger. You say 100 gold is what you're looking for here.
Nope.
Depending on if you would go outside and we could see how you dance, I might just be flat out willing to pay you
at the mention of
100 gold for the month.
At a mention of gold, someone elbows themselves in. It looks like a short, greasy man, well into his middle age. He's got a Garrus jacket on. He elbows, I guess, the centaur, and he says, 100 gold? I'll give you 100 gold.
For what?
Can you play?
What? Play what game?
Kick pig. It's easy enough. Here, I'll give you 100 gold right now. Just give me an afternoon of your time. And he starts to like try and herd you out the door. Like, he tries to lead you like you would a horse. Like, he grabs you around the waist and starts like trying to back you out the door of Shenanigans.
I think we're gonna have a Super Bowl themed D&D episode today, guys.
Oh,
I go.
I knew nothing about Hand Egg.
Oh, I always loved playing Kick Pig back in my glen. Do you guys want to come play Kick Pig? If I win, I might even do a little dance.
Are you going willingly with him at the door, or are you just standing your ground? Talking with.
I don't move. He puts his arm around me. I just kind of
stand
there.
So you're
2,000 pounds.
What's your strength? How strong are you? How much? Not 2,000 pounds. You're probably close to 1,000 though, right?
I am
down on your character sheet.
1,800 pounds.
Holy! So what's your strength?
17.
Yeah, this is a large muscular. He is unable, so he's just sort of got his arm around you. At the mention of inviting them, you say to play this game of Kick Pig. He looks somewhat disapprovingly at your companions, and he's like, "Them?
They're pretty nice."
I've never played Kick Pig, but I'd quite like to maybe have a go. Yes.
Besides, how are you supposed to make a friend if you don't play games with them? And isn't it all just about
the guy kind of leans? He's way too. He's like 5.5 feet tall, so he tries to lean up and whisper in your ear, but he can't get there. So everyone just sort of hears him say, "No offense, bud, but your friends are losers. Come with me, I'm gonna make you a star."
I feel a little offended.
And he actually, I mean, he tries to force you out the door. I don't think it's gonna go well, but roll me an opposed strength check just to resolve this.
I'm 1,800 pounds, man.
You're
still a PC. You're still a PC. Oh, actually, I mean, he does pretty well. So, I mean, he's a small, out of shape man. A wheezing, but he catches you at just the right angle. I mean, he's got a lot of bulk, and he sort of just leans on you, and you were physically pushed like 5 feet towards the door. The crowd clears. There's like, "Hey!" And the beer's spilled.
I'm gonna get up at this point and just be like, "Excuse me, sir. I don't think he wants to be pushed like that."
At this point, it wasn't so much a put. Like, you're like led, like a horse. You like collapse on. You like a knee breaks, and you wind up rotating around, and you're stumbling. You stumble towards the door.
Excuse me, sir. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't think you should be doing that. Like, just let him do it. God, stop bullying him.
Guys, come play Kick Pig with us. It's gonna be a blast.
I'd quite like to go and play Kick Pig.
Okay, unless anyone declares an action, like Neil and the man are dragged outside. The I don't know. Like, are you resisting? Are you continuing to resist? I mean, you can.
No. I think the one is kind of I just naturally go with him.
I think you like
just try.
Rest of the party, like, do you follow as they're like as the slimy man is leading your new?
I'm gonna take a small piece of parchment, tear a little bit, small square for a note off a piece of parchment that I have. And I'm going to write some instructions. I'm going to fold it closed. I'm going to write on it, give
Okay.
It's been too long. I'm trying to think. What's the name of the little kobold?
Crewbarb.
Crewbarb.
Glibglob.
Give Crewbarb a beer.
Okay,
Let
so
him have.
Kuri dilly dallies.
Crewbarb.
How about you, Delanora?
I'll just kind of like follow them out and just be like,
Okay.
oh, I like the idea of playing. Yes, that sounds lovely.
Okay.
I don't know how you humans
Okay, well,
play
yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
we use live pigs where I'm from.
Oh, really?
Indeed, you played before?
Wow.
Says the greasy man excitedly. This is out in the street, so we've sort of split the party. I don't know what Kuri's writing, but you're pulling out a parchment and your ink and your.
I've written some instructions. I've folded the note closed, and on the outside.
Is there? Do you have a reading and writing proficiency?
He's got a proficiency.
Of course I do. This
Okay,
is
so
what I
can I
do.
have you roll a check though? Because this is extenuous circumstances. You're in a crowded bar. You're getting jostled. You've got to pull out ink and
Ooh.
quill from your
I've never
roll-
actually seen a reading and writing check for something.
Boom! That's
Wow.
That's the first time for everything. You thought it was a useless proficiency. It was binary.
No, I didn't. I took it because
Well, I mean,
how would I be a forger if
Well,
I
I
didn't
mean,
know how to read and write?
forgery is its own thing.
Yes, I know, and I have that skill too. But I'm saying, how would forgery work?
How would you find your way to the bar if you can't read the sign?
All right,
See the
so what are we rolling as far as the stat then?
If it's. Do you have?
Or what?
Do you have? I mean, do you have a? Wait, how do you? You don't have proficiencies. You've got skill points, right? So you use skill points to buy like.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's based off of int. I can
Yeah,
look
exactly.
it up as a proficiency for you.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how you
your
made your
blank
character
int score.
So unless you specifically purchased it, I mean, it should have shown. I guess I'm confused.
So, yeah, except that that's the way that it's suggesting skills and powers isn't
It's
actually
int-
the way we've been
Int
doing it.
+1 is if you had got it as a proficiency, and the roll will be the same.
Yeah, just do the same, just based off.
I
of
just
your...
rolled a d20 plus 12, d20 plus the int score.
And
Which
you
is
rolled
how
a
we've been
Oh
doing
god,
it.
he rolled a 1 as well.
Yeah, so you're I mean, you waste a few minutes. You waste a piece of parchment. Like you write out a note, but you like get elbowed halfway through. You probably spill ink all over the piece of. I mean, it's a fucking mess. You're gonna have to try again, but you lose a piece of parchment and you lose like a couple of minutes of your life.
Seriously.
Be grateful I didn't spill beer on you too. So outside, so it's been
There, better.
Okay, so like 10 minutes. You can write the whatever note, but it takes you a few minutes. Meanwhile, the other two of you are led down the street by this this greasy swindler of a. You're not even sure what this guy. I don't know. He's too small to play kick pig, but he seems He puts on a little bowler hat like once he's out in public to cover his little bald head. His jacket's got like vertical stripes of Garrus color. And you get led like a couple of blocks. So it's been a few minutes, I guess, since Rob is having this adventure in the bar. You guys walk down the street. You see quite a commotion on the outskirts of town. Mm-hmm. Like you can see some large structures that actually tower over the buildings, like some temporary tents. It looks like set up.
Oh my!
Some wooden structure on the far side of the tents, but it looks like there's a crowd on the edge of town. I believe.
Excuse me, sir.
There's no wall, right? There's no wall in Desu.
No. You mean in Berkshire?
No.
Where's that?
Yeah, what's Berkshire?
It's the name of the town we're all in because we've been calling it Berkshire for the past month and a half.
We haven't been here for the last month.
You're headed west.
Okay.
West of the dead end. There's nothing. I don't think there's even a road. It's just like out into the hills, right? There's just like open land, and there's like a temporary village built into the hills.
Okay. I look to
out west of town. You can hear like a rabble of a crowd, and like there's people passing in the street, and it seems like the current tends to be flowing out of town to the west.
Okay.
You can ask this guy questions if you have any. I mean, I don't know if you
I ask his name,
but you've got a few minutes.
Why are there boobies on the screen?
Are there boobies? It wasn't me. Oh, that's the holy symbol of Martha. Or that's Morton's shield. We can.
That's Morton's shield.
Yeah.
It's boobies.
No, it's the holy symbol of Martha. The two interlocked golden rings.
Boobies.
Getting rid of.
It's canon. That's the holy symbol. All right. I guess there is a road, and woods.
Concealed under the boobies.
Okay, so I guess he tells you. I mean, I guess somehow he described what it looks like. So that's actually quite a ways. Yeah, that's like 13. He's taking you out of town. You like it takes you a minute or two to realize, but
I stop before I
he's
get
offering
too
you
far.
100 gold to walk 13 miles into the. And in fact, the time schedule, it sounds like you need to be in a game in a few hours, and so it sounds like he's expecting to ride you at horse-like speeds west of town.
Hold on. What's your name, fella? What's your name?
Danny. You can call me Danny. And it's not fella, it's friend. And he sticks out a hand. I tell you,
it's nice to meet you.
we're gonna make you a star. You see, our ogre took a nasty fall in the warm up. The scrimmage, that's what they call them. Scrimmage.
I see. Well, we have to wait for Kuri.
We're in a bind and willing to pay real. He like stops and puts down a.
I'm here. Yeah, Kuri will be along, and I think he was just. I don't know. He was doing something. But I'm here. I think I'd rather like to have a nice calm, friendly game of calm and friendly game. Yeah, nice, lovely.
Yeah, no.
Very calm game.
Now we need a real bruiser.
Excuse me.
100 gold's a lot of money, Bob. He looks at the centaur expectantly. Now they won't let these in, and he like smacks on the lance. But I reckon you're pretty good charger nonetheless. Those are some nice hubs. He pauses and like gets them like. Are you wearing? You have.
I have horseshoes.
You have horseshoes on.
I have shoes, like the horseshoe.
Yeah,
Not
so someone has nailed a
piece of metal.
Probably another centaur, right? Centaurs can just.
Those are some nice kicks.
Oh,
are you guys leaving town? I mean, I'm trying to establish the timeline here.
I am trying to wait for Kuri.
Okay. Kuri can come running down the road, catching up if that's what the party wants to do. You spend a few minutes writing a note. Or writing a letter? What does it wind up reading once you get a draft that's legible?
Well, I'm. Let's see here. I typed it up, and somehow in less than several minutes. Inside it says, "Please reward Crewbarb with a beer. If any dancers would like to make some extra silver today, hurry to Shenanigans, bringing with you the leather skirt armor from the gladiator outfits. We leave in minutes."
Okay, I missed details, but okay. And who's that going to?
Well, I'm waving for Crewbarb.
Crewbarb? Is Crewbarb around? Let me roll. What percentage chance do we
Where
think?
else would he be?
In the bar. He's got a busy life. Neil, what do you think? Like 50? Does 50 seem good?
I would say 50 to 80. Crewbarb's around a lot. He doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, you can. How would you? So I guess that's what takes a lot of the time too. So you get this written in a couple of minutes after wasting a piece of parchment or whatever, and then you spend a few more minutes tracking down Crewbarb. You overhear. I mean, you hear the crowd talking about this kick pig thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah.
Okay, well, do I find?
I need to come up with good puns for football players, but I didn't think of any ahead of time.
I was kind of expecting a football player's name for this guy. Oh, Dan, is one of the?
Well, I don't think he's a football player. He's more of a manager.
Yeah, but are there any famous Dans in football?
I don't know. But you overhear a rumor about.
Don't ask me. I'm British.
She doesn't even mean the same thing when we say
Yeah,
football.
you guys are talking about football, but Dan, no, completely different. Yeah, hand egg, not football. Because let's face it, there's not an awful lot of kicking that goes on. It's mostly hands and things that aren't actually ball shaped. They're like
You certainly do kick the ball from time to time.
So-
And more
so
importantly, it
there-
is
yeah.
moved by foot. You run on your feet with the ball.
Kuri being Kuri, I'm sure overhears some rumors of whatever the crowd is rambling about, but you probably don't. I don't know.
Well, if there are
It's
some
important.
things,
You find
I would like to hear what's going on about this. Is
they're
hinting
arguing
something
about
that's
people.
well
They're arguing
known
about
for it?
people you haven't heard of. Sounds like maybe like monsters you haven't heard of. Like they're describing like, you know.
Well, I do half-heartedly listen to hear if any of them mention somebody who's totally popular yet kind of over the hill and about to retire and might be interested in a job as a greeter.
How about this? Okay, so you hear. So they're arguing about their Pokemon. They're like, my Hobgoblin would beat up your team's half orc any day. You gather that the half ogre in the corner is like a retired player of some point. And he's got a little and the wizard is still there, like weaving his spells to a crowd. And about this time, you bump into Krubarb, who you were looking for to like send a. Yeah, he's like scurrying between the legs. He's slow though. Like you see him slinking, doing his Krubarb. Actually, oh yeah, you can't hide, and you can either move or. No, he's making an effort to be stealthy, but he catches your attention almost immediately. You grab him by the scruff of his shirt. Actually, you don't. I mean, you catch his attention, I guess.
Yes. Oh, Krubarb. I always have great things for Krubarb, and I always reward him well.
He looks up at you. And, what you want, Kuri?
Krubarb, would you like a free beer?
No, I'm on it. I got to get that greasy manager's voice out of my mouth and get into the Krubarb. Yeah. Now, important business. What want?
Important business? Well, I was going to ask. What would you like then? Would you like meatballs?
What?
Free meatballs?
What you need? He leans in.
I have a message to be run over to my casino. We need to make sure it gets there, since that doesn't always happen in the past. So I can
Talk to my assistant. Sound complicated, and he leaves. You've lost his.
All right, glip glop.
Okay. So Krubarb leaves. You spend another minute tracking down Glib Glob, who's even more conspicuous than Krubarb.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes some time in the crowd. So I guess the other party is heading west. I mean, time is
I'm
passing.
still waiting for.
So you stop in the street and stall somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere unless we all go together.
Oh,
yes, I agree.
You're right. But we got to pick up the pace once. You're right. We should.
Well, you better go with you.
Anyways, and he reaches in like a scroll case and starts pulling out some documents. And then
what?
Here, gotta get you to sign this anyways. And he hands you some disclaimer.
I'm sorry, I don't know any letters.
It's just a contract saying that you sub in for us, and you get you paid 100 gold.
Why
Cash.
do we need to bring paper into it? Are you not an honest fella?
Well. Sometimes it does help to have something on paper, but it's always good to read it first, just to make sure that it's.
But it doesn't matter. It's just words on paper. Doesn't hold any real meaning.
Oh, well, I thought that's why'd you stop that? We gotta get a move on.
I'm waiting for Corey.
Who's
Corey?
Who's
Where are
Corey?
My friend, he was just I don't know what he was doing, but he was in the tavern. He's coming. He's just doing something.
Apparently, I was having a difficult time writing.
I think he forgot how to write temporarily. I don't know. He has funny turns sometimes.
Okay,
You know?
so you guys are like hanging out in the street out front. How far away did you? It's not you walked.
Yeah, I walked a few feet, just enough to be clear of the building.
Okay. All right. He like okay. He seems impatient, but he's physically unable to move you all the way out of town. You can't roll ones forever. So he like tracks down a messenger boy, and I don't know, waits for you guys to do what you're doing or do whatever you're gonna do. Sounds like sitting on the stoop. Rob.
All right, so did I find Glib Glub?
Yeah, you can find Glib Glob.
The Glib Glub, would you like to get a free beer and or meatballs?
Oh, you speak Kobold, don't you?
Yes, I speak everything.
Okay, so you can communicate with Glib Glob.
Absolutely. We're buddies. We've done road trips before.
Yeah. Okay. Arkybark, what do you want Glib Glob to do? Sorry, repeat that.
I need a message taken over to the casino. It appears that Crewbarb isn't up to the task, but I thought, if Crewbarb can't do it, only one kobold could, and I know that kobold.
He replies in Kobold, like, Arky Barky, on an important mission. Have to check with Crewbarb before take on new mission.
Do you get a free beer and meatballs with this mission? Because this one, you get free beer and meatballs.
Where meatballs? Don't smell meatballs. He like starts scurrying around your feet and sniffing. Do you have any meatballs on you?
No. I said you just have to take this paper over to the club. I'm writing. I cross out Crewbarb, but I write Glib Glub, and it says for
meatballs
them to
at club. You see, he's actually got a pretty large sack, and he like hoists it on the ground. Meatballs at club, and he like you hear with a loud clanging. He like dumps his sack on the floor and reaches for your note.
Okay.
Meatballs at club.
Yes. So you take this over to.
He starts tugging on it, and then he stops and like rat meatballs.
No, excellent meatballs, the kind we serve at the club.
Okay.
But I'm letting you have some for free.
All right, and so who's he delivering this message to at the club?
As long as he gets it to somebody at the club, that's the important thing.
Okay, he leaves with your message.
Let's just take that to what was the chef's name? Do we call him Cookie?
He's gone.
Steven Seagal chef, whatever.
Are you shouting after him some more instructions? Like, he's got your note. He's running off. He left with his sack on the ground.
Okay, I'll look in the sack and see what it is.
It's full of it's a pretty large sack. Like he was hauling weight. Considering how small he is, it's a sack of like rusty helmets. It looks like discarded armor pieces.
Interesting. Kobold sized?
No. That's why I was saying it was actually quite a load. Like these are regular medium sized assorted rusty.
So he and Crewbarb were going to start their own Kick Pig League. Basically.
You don't know. You got a sack of rusty helmets. You can add them to your character sheet if you want.
Well, I'll go stash them behind.
Put it on your head.
I'll go stash the. Or no, I don't play Kick Big. I got 7 strength. I don't play Kick Big. I hire people to do that for me.
All right. So if Curry doesn't show up in at least like 10 minutes, we'll just go without him.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go toss this bag behind the bar, and I'm gonna go get the cart ready as fast as I can and get my horse.
Okay.
So that when any dancers who want to make some extra silver show up, we're ready to roll.
Okay, so 10 minutes pass and he doesn't show up. It sounds like that'll probably take another 5 or so, but he'll eventually. It sounds like he'll show up with.
Well, do any dancers arrive?
Wait, dancers? No dancer. There are no dancers, Rob. Where do you have dancers written on your?
Yes, I've got a.
No, he sent.
I think you're unfamiliar.
Oh,
You're
sentiment.
behind
Okay, so
time.
this. Okay, the dancers will show up, and okay, I think we're splitting the party. Or you guys, or you, Neil, you come and find Rob at some point. Dancers will not show up for. Okay, that's so the note called for. Yeah. Okay.
I guess maybe you don't have the whole. I own a casino.
Yes, I gather that, but the
There's
casino is
male
out in the
dancers.
wood. It's out in the woods. Like it's going to take a while. I mean,
Well, no, it's at the edge of town in a bar.
No, it was like out of town, off the road, at the old crew where we got ambushed by those kobolds, right?
No, this is
Like the kobold Heidi tree.
I have
No,
two
no, no.
casinos.
You
Yeah.
have two
He has
casinos.
2 casinos. He's got one in town and one out of town.
Oh my god.
The one in
so
town-
maybe it'll be like half an hour.
The one in town is a male strip club, and I just wanted.
Right.
to
They also
use
do
my
wrestling there.
hand to show up.
Oh dear God. Okay. So what happens, rest of part? Like, are you trying to find Kuri after 10 minutes? You've got an impatient, greasy man, but he's
Impatient, greasy man. See, that could be quite fun in other circumstances. But...
So Friday,
do you go find Kuri? Do you wait longer than
I
it's-
wait
it's
10
been
minutes,
way-
then I go, well, I guess he's not coming. Let's go. Did you say your name was Delanora?
Yes, yes, that's right. Yes, Delanora. Yes.
You
Yes.
stutter a lot.
No, I don't. I just
It's okay. My brother has a stutter.
I didn't used to have a stutter. It just
Was it
something
new?
happened.
What
Sort of.
happened?
Okay.
Delanora?
There was a
A what?
basilisk.
A basilisk? One of them scaly stone turny thingies? Why didn't you turn to stone? I thought everybody turned to stone when they saw a basilisk.
All right. About this time, you see the small boy come back, leading 2 horses. One a short, squat, I don't know, workhorse, and then a pretty skinny, sway-backed sot of a horse, a rickety little thing. And he hands them off to the fat guy. What did I say? Danny.
Dan. Yeah.
Dan.
Well, you don't look
He
stoned.
hops
to
on the
me,
sturdier one. Gestures the.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna pull a stone arm out of a cozy on my back and just be like, I turn to stone.
I take it from her.
Well, you
No,
already
no, give that back!
Oh. Well. You don't look like you're very stoned to me. And that can't be your arm, because your arm's right there.
There was
From the-
magic. There was magic. There was magic. It happened.
All
It
right.
happened.
Oh.
So the guy mounts up, flicks a silver coin to the stable boy.
Come on, Dale, get on the
And-
horse. Hey, buddy, what's your name?
I say to the horses.
Can you speak horse?
Stow the stone arm and just
You
shakily get on the horse.
Yes, if I'm allowed to speak horse, then I do.
That is not a language. You would have to have some like.
I'm a centaur, bro. I'm half horse. Half
need-
elves
you-
get to speak Elven. Why can't half dwarves speak horse?
No, you cannot communicate with said horse. In fact, they're maybe a little freaked out by you. I mean, I'm not gonna punish you for
The
being.
fuck's up with that horse?
yeah. Yeah.
Mate, there's something really wrong with your head.
that horse has a human-shaped tumor.
Why have you got arms coming out of your ears? Ah! Okay.
Right. Okay. You hop up on these horses and head out of town at a quicker pace. And I think once you leave town, he kicks it into higher gear. Your horse sort of is a little rickety.
I don't think higher gear is going to work with Charger.
Delanora, your horse kind of, it's like an old shitty, like used car on the. on the
Delanora
freeway.
can't probably write that well anyway.
The
So
rear view
Delanora
mirror is
just
kind of rattling, and
I don't know how to ride, sort of thing. So yeah, it's comedy and the clanging, and she's
Yeah.
just like, "Ugh."
yeah. And feels like they gave you a bargain horse. But hey, what do you? Yeah. So, do you make any conversation on the road out of town, or shall we? I guess Kuri eventually. I think you're gonna. Well, you've got a horse yourself.
Yeah, I've got a horse. I've got a cart.
But you're waiting for dance. You're gonna fill a cart with dancers and then
Yes.
follow after them. So
Yes, and while I'm waiting for the dancers to arrive, I'll load up the whatever I have left as far as my giant keg of diplomacy.
Giant keg of diplomacy. Do you have?
Yes.
What did you have? Like a keg of wine or something on your character sheet? Keg.
Yes.
Okay.
They got me through a whole episode.
Sure. So you okay? So you
Defeated
should be,
two different groups of bandits.
I'm thinking like an hour and a half down the road behind them. Like so, how many
No, I'm
dancers
just-
do you
I'm
have?
just loading
Like,
up-
do we have their
loading up.
names or anything? Like, are they NPCs that have been established? Your dancers? Right, 'cause
Actually,
these are your priestly followers, right? So these are 0th level, just dudes.
Well, no, actually,
Probably-
they're hardened warriors.
So are they mercenaries?
No, they're slaves that he bought and freed. Warrior slaves that he freed and turned into dancers.
Dear God, when I'm not on Shenanigans, like we laugh
They're
at
my
my
unsullied.
transgressions and murder hoboing, but when he's not on the show, the moral compass is all off.
No, I offered them. I bought them and then freed them and said, "Hey, you're free,
Okay.
completely free and
how
clear.
many-
but
so
if
how
you
many
like, you
dancers
can come
show
work for me."
How many dancers show up?
Well, that's up to you. I've got a number. I
think you did we roll for his priestly followers? I think you have like 2D
2D100.
2D100. Did we roll how many?
I don't remember. Did I roll that for you already, Rob?
I think he rolls it himself.
Yeah,
Right,
why
'cause
don't you
you-
roll it yourself?
You really haven't rolled? That would have been the first. I think you get 2.
No,
you
because
rolled-
I misunderstood, and I just was pulling his, like, I thought he was getting thieves because he was a thief, but he's a cleric, so he was getting
Yeah.
his followers. So
I don't know who these. I don't know who. Oh, so these slaves are probably separate from that. So how many slaves did you actually buy? I can't believe you're selling human beings to the PCs on this show. I thought this was a family show.
It was a big moral problem. I was traumatized.
And yet
So
he bought
how
them
many
anyway.
how many hirelings?
Okay, it says I've got 86, 2D100, 55 plus 31. The warrior dancers, my unsullied, that's this particular group.
Mhm.
There was a unit of 5 of them. Right? I'd have to look them up again.
I don't know.
Okay, so 86. Is that what you rolled? All right, sorry. So
Yes.
write that down. You have 86 0th level soldiers. Normal warriors, 0 level soldiers, ready to fight for the cleric's cause. So you have 80. They will. This is
But
it.
it's
They will
my-
get more.
They're all
But it's my
kobolds, though.
unsullied that I want.
They're all kobolds.
Yes.
So you have double
his
that in kobolds, or
followers.
they-
No.
or-
It's the
86
same number,
kobolds?
but they're just kobolds.
Okay. Make sure that's on your character sheet because you have when they die, they're dead for good.
Mhm.
So you have
So these are the words. My unsullied.
you're sure.
My unsullied dancers is what I'm looking for here.
How many of those did you purchase? Did you pay
I
ahead
had
of time?
5 of them.
Let's call it a contract. They're mercenaries that you paid in advance for life.
Well,
Yeah,
they're not. They're totally free. They could leave tomorrow if they wanted to.
sure they could, Rob. Sure they could. How many of those are there?
There's 5 of those.
5? And what are they armed with? Just in
They
case.
had leather and swords and shields and things.
And they're dancer? Are they like dressed up like? Or is the dancers just totally? In
Well,
are they?
yeah, they also dress up as firemen sometimes.
Okay, so how many of these would you like to call upon?
However many want to make some money. 5 of them is fine.
They're your henchmen. You can, if you want, you can bring your 5 warriors and your 86 kobolds on a parade west of town.
No, I just wanted 5. I just
okay,
need
so you
to break
need the
the gladiator leather skirts.
Okay. I assume this is all paid for. Like Neil, you're managing his finances and making sure he's not cooking the books.
I don't know. We
We were just sort of assuming it was
I think he's-
for itself, and I wasn't actually making any money
It
from
cut,
it.
yeah. It just makes itself even. No
Okay.
profits.
So you load up your 5 dancers into the wagon.
And we roll off.
Are you hooking up your horse, or are you?
Does anybody know where the pigskin or the kick pig match is, and/or seen a centaur walk by? Not that anybody would notice and remember that.
So do you hook up your horse to the wagon and tow the wagon behind your horse?
No, we use the wagon horse, whatever its
Okay.
name was.
You
My horse.
borrow Morton's donkey that you to lead the wagon.
We always borrow Morton's donkey.
And I don't know. Is there a second donkey? I think one donkey's probably. So you'll be slower than them and a couple hours behind, but I think you'll still make it there in a reasonable-ish time. Like a half day of travel.
Yep.
We can say it was earlier than like late morning, maybe. You don't have clocks, so your perception of time is up to the DM. Okay, so you were asking where the kick pig is. Someone replies, "Yeah, west of town in the old playfield. But good luck getting tickets." And I think we've been going for an hour, so maybe this is a good time for a break. We'll
Okay.
meet up the party somewhere on the road, or maybe at the event itself, and see about getting you some tickets to the Kick Pig.
Sounds good.
See you on the other side.
All right, bye-bye.